Hello, everyone. As you may have known, if you've been trying to watch, I was not able to complete a discussion video for Galatians chapter 1. This is Chris, One Heart, One Way. If you aren't with us all the time and you're new, and we are studying the book of Galatians this summer, just getting going, and due to some technical difficulties and summer life, I was not able to do that video. But what we'll do is we will review chapter 1 in our chapter 2 discussion video, which I'll be scheduling soon. In the meantime, prior to that video, I will release a new little teaching video to introduce you to the Galatians 2, reviewing what you learned about observation for chapter 1 and giving you another technique, another tool in case the marking doesn't work for you or something I added to the marking and realized I could share with you, and maybe you would prefer that. The other thing I'm going to do then is also leave up a slide. The end of this video will have a slide that will show um, essentially what I'm calling homework for Galatians 2, but really it's just a reminder of how to do the observation and a couple little things for you to think about and how to wrap up your chapter 1 if you didn't do that. So let me bring up that slide for you. I will leave it up a little bit at the end and see if I remember how to do these things that are a bit new for me, these tools that popped up when I was sharing. Let's see how to do it. Oh, there we go. There it is. See if I can have me and the slide here. I'm not sure if that's what you're seeing or not, because again, these things have changed. But either you're seeing me small or you're seeing me side by side this slide. So just to talk for a second more, as you wrap chapter 1, and if you didn't get to have discussion with us, what you want to look is see, can you pick a theme for the whole chapter? Can you go back through segment by segment and try to figure out what is Paul's main message? You would find that by looking at the two big keywords he talked about. So look at those things, see if you can find what I call the big idea, and then keep that short and simple. So a reminder of observation for chapter 2, you're going to look for those people, mark the people, mark the keywords that you saw in chapter 1. Those two words that I talked about a second ago, that'll be part of your theme probably for chapter 1. You will want to mark those if you see those again. What you're going to find in chapter 2 is Paul's going to introduce a few more keyword concepts, and that's why we're going to look at another tool that we use for looking at those things. What do I do with all these words? So note that you can ask yourself, do I need to pay attention to this, by asking yourself those 5 W's and an H, right? Who, what, where, when, why, and how. And then what's Paul concerned about? Can you see it relating to the topic of chapter 1? Remember, this is one long letter to a church that he set up in Galatia and wants to know about. Either he set up or he's had connection to them. I'd have to review to see what his connection is. And so he's got some concerns for him. He introduces those concerns in chapter 1. Can you see how chapter 2 would relate to chapter 1? And then how do the key topics he presents newly in chapter 2 relate to each other? Is he comparing any ideas and or contrasting them? Are they similar or are they opposites? And then are there some statements that make conclusions? Do they answer that question, why? Why did somebody do something? And then see if you can find those. And we'll talk a little bit in my next video about how to look at those things, how to find them, how to see them, and possibly how to mark them if you want. And that is all I have for you. I am going to leave this up for you and pray that I will see you soon in that teaching video and in then a discussion video covering chapter 2 mainly, but a review of chapter 1. Be blessed, and I'll see you soon.